Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man B. I am the brand once again. You know, on here another day, another dollar, and haven't been on here, in a minute. I try to. I be so busy during the day, but let me tell you, I want to change the way I want to guide this channel. And at first I was doing the book reviews and stuff like that, and the I need answers. Of course, I'm still I still would like to do that, but I will be on more occasions putting out very informational uh, resources out there as far as real estate, business, as far as what I be doing in my life, because like now I'm a real estate agent, and I have my real estate license. I was able to get that, uh, and everything I learned as far as in real estate and in business from now on, I would love to pass it on to my audience, and build this channel up so you know I can give you a better messages. I can give you better produced messages and stuff like that, videos and everything that can really probably help you in your pursuit for in business or real estate, or buying a house, or you know I can just pass on some knowledge from the books that we will still be reviewing and everything. um, of course I will I will still give my opinions and stuff like that, but I'll try to keep it light because I know opinions can really you know can really trigger different people, so that's what it is right now. So I just wanted to get that out there. I changed the name to I Am the Brand TV. Hopefully, you will be able to see uh, my growth as I continue to do more videos. Hopefully, you can see that I increase my skills as I continue to do more videos, and I'll be able to pass on all of this information to you that that I receive, that I read about, that I invest in, all of that stuff. So stay tuned whenever you get a chance. And before I go, I'm going to tell you about this book right here, Unrivaled, by Michael Beckley. Unrivaled. So not too long ago, I like I said, I often have debates and conversations. People say I'm very opinionated, but that's because as you can see, I read all the time. Uh, so you know, I ended up having a debate with my brother, and we were having a debate on the capabilities of China, and if China will ever surpass the U.S. Um, and I was on the end of it has the capabilities. I still believe it has the capabilities to surpass the U.S. with its current way that it operates its economy in this country. Um, but we both had our disagreements, and um, he sent an article that pretty much was like China isn't gonna get to our level. You feel me? And other countries, really aren't going to get to our level because of this, and that. In that article, the article pretty much got all of its sources from this book, Unrivaled. You know, and in doing so, I wanted to read the book. You know, and Yeah, it's very informative. It really had me thinking about things that I really didn't think of previously, in the previous conversations and stuff. Um, Unrivaled. Oh, and not only that, before I read this book, I was and in that conversation with my brother, I was drawing my information from uh, a book that I read called China 2020, A New Superpower. This book is by a professor from China, and you can check it out. I wish I had the book on me. I've been really searching for this book. I cannot find it, but um, in the book, he pretty much spells out, what the history of China from the communist movement on, to the present, from when it closed its doors to the world to the present time, and in that book, it was pretty much saying that um, the way Mao Zedong wanted to guide the country. He wanted them to be productive. He wanted them to be able to compete in the world. So he adopted Marxism. He uh, implemented Marxism into the country, and it really did rev up the country. Socialism, uh, I believe, is a very very great stimulus if you want to mobilize the country and guide it in a particular direction really fast. If you want to, quickly educate the country, if you want to quickly uh, increase the health of the country, then it's really socialism can really do that, you know, very quickly, and that's what happened when China implemented socialism in the what I forget the particular era in time, the date. So forgive me for that. But that's what happened when they implemented socialism and Marxism into the economy. They shot off. You know what I'm saying? As far as manufacturing, um, bringing in industry, educating the masses, healthcare increased, and everything like that. The standard of living increased. They went from a backwater country to pretty much a competing country with that can compete with the likes of the Soviet Union, the U.S., and more. So boom. But the thing is, and this is why I really don't agree with socialism, is because it has a peak, and after that peak, it either continues to go, in a straight line, or it goes down because it limits the economy, because it's a planned economy. So you have the government planning what industries it should invest in and stuff like that. It's a planned economy. So you don't have individuals that's thinking well for themselves and creating products and stuff like that and own these products and are able to bring it to the market. No, you have the government acting on that behalf. So in doing this, it kind of stifles the industry. It kind of stifles the economy. So what China did in the late 70s and early 80s is they opened up to the world. They opened up to foreign investment and the capitalism on the state level, and in little pockets of its industry in little areas. So they actually talk about this the book, in this book right here, Cities and the Wealth of Nations by Jane Jacobs. She actually talks about that, how China began to implement um, capitalist uh, uh, policies in particular regions in order to uh, transition it in a bit by bit, but it's on a state level, and they pretty much use it on a state level. Uh, this has been very great for China because now they can open up their markets. They can, compete on a world level. They were able to uh, gain huge. Uh, uh, they were able to gain huge deals with different countries, especially, and that's how they are able to get. They were, since they mobilized from socialism and then took over and then began the capitalist thing. Now they have the cheapest, manufacturing industry in the world. So they done a hell of a job as far as transitioning, way better than what the Soviet Union did. As far as transitioning into uh, a capitalist, quasi-capitalist, socialist type of economy. So boom. So that's why I take, in all honesty, I do believe that China, can rival the U.S. as far as economically. So that's where my brother he says no. You know what I'm saying? Because China's uh, they they lack in innovation. They lack in research and development. Um, as far as, well, they used to, from that book China 2020. They really starting to pour a lot of money into research and development, but they lack in military capability, as far as how fast they can strike, how fast they can mobilize an army, and as well as, they have a large budget. You know what I'm saying? That puts a strain on the capabilities of what they can invest in and stuff like that. So that was my brother's points, and a lot of these points were in this book. So when I read this book, he pretty much breaks it down to why U.S. will have a as a U.S. hegemony over the world. Uh, I mean, I think the main thing that he says in this book that I agree with is that because the U.S. has a military base all over the world, and we have the capability to strike anywhere in the world within an hour. Um, Also, because we have uh, uh, a lot of allies surrounding the area of China and Russia and places like that, then that can definitely have a strain on anyone who would try to be a threat as far as taking away territories, or taking away any, or creating blockades against us and stuff like that. It'll be really hard to go against our defenses. He also brings up the point that uh, we have friends uh, above us and we have friends below us, meaning Canada and Mexico are our friends, and we have two oceans on our side, the Atlantic and the Pacific, which are really great buffers to any type of attack. Um, but he was saying that China and places like Russia don't have these type of buffers that to really uh, keep the cost of defense down. So whereas China and Russia, they have constant qualms on the borders of their countries, with several different countries and stuff like that. People trying to claim certain territories and stuff like that. Up, up. You know, you have uprisings in different places, provinces and stuff like that. He mentioned that China has over 100 uprisings a year or something like that. So because of this, it really does put a strain on your government and how much that government has to spend on security, defense, and welfare. Again, China has 1 billion people, and for it to be a socialist country, they have to foot the bill for 1 billion people in various industries as far as like healthcare and welfare and stuff like that. So it really stretches their budget, and um, your national debt really takes a toll on you as far as how you can guide your country, what investments you can make for your country or innovations you can go towards with your country. Um, so I mean, in all honesty, I think that the I don't think he's totally wrong in this book. I do agree with some of the details that he brings up in this book. However, like I said, I do think China has the capability because of how it is, starting to move economically. I definitely think it has the capability to be a great rival in the future. A great rival in the future. Like it may not be able to surpass us or take us over or anything like that or take over our allies or whatever. However, it will be a great competitor that we will definitely have to be serious about. uh, we can't underestimate, and we have to build strong relations with because of their manufacturing capabilities. That's a really big thing. As far as that drives our economy, low prices. So that's what I got from that book. If I want to take that from you know the debate and put it towards life and stuff like that, as far as in business and stuff like that, all I can say is collective economics does work. Socialism on a scale, group scale, does work. It will build a foundational uh, uh, atmosphere for you to thrive. However, I still think capitalism is great for property ownership, for individual innovation and for running the economy efficiently once there's a good foundation of middle class and workers available, you know, that have that are educated and healthy. Uh, so in saying that, you know, that's why me personally, I love to. I have a business. I have several businesses, and I love to put on different, vendors from the area. I live in D.C., so I love putting on different, especially black businesses. Because we've been behind, in economically for so long, and I believe that opportunities again start from the bottom, and we have to work our way towards the top. Get a shelf on the store, and then move to a store. So that's that's my philosophy. So I take both of those. I try to take the best of the philosophies that I learned and incorporate it into my life. So like I said, I'll be dropping different information up on here as far as current events, news, of course, book reviews, and stuff that I learned on, as far as real estate and everything like that. If you want to check out, if you're in DC, DMV, Maryland, and want to check out the local area as far as new real estate and what it has to offer, I am a resource. I would definitely help you out. And also, like I said, I do have another business as far as uh, home and body products. I work. I sell shea butter, black soap, incense, My own fragrances. You can catch it on www.mrsnature.com, www.mrsnature.com, because we all have a union with nature. Uh, yeah, so if you're a vendor, please let me know. Reach out. It's your man B. I am the brand once again, and we're gonna do more of these. Try to do at least 2 or 3 a week. I be trying to get some time, but it's hard. It's hard when you out here working. But until then, peace.